Namaste, angels. This is going to be the weekly love reading for the period of today. Yes, it's after midnight. It's 1:13 a.m. November 25th through Saturday coming, December 1st. Beginning with the dice and email. Weekend away. And cocktail. Ooh. Spirit says party. Sex, which I felt in the general but didn't mention because the lovers and the devil came up together. And email still. So was supposed to reach out to somebody or maybe receiving some sort of communication from another. Yes. So I'm using my angel and my animal tarot again. I just used them in the general. I'm using them in the love reading, which is not something I usually do. But the reason is the lovers came up twice in the general. The Two of Cups, the Page of Cups. It was a very lovey reading. So I figured, let me see if any of the cards fall in the same placements, because of course before it was the general, so those cards could apply in other ways and to other types of relationships. Let's see if they fall again in relation to love or what we need to know with love. I'm also doing something different in that I'm using my angel therapy cards to do the masculine perspective and to see maybe if there's any specific areas on which we need to work with one another. So I'm beginning with power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. And opening to sacral chakra. That's what I mean. Especially when sex just turned up. We might need some work in this area. You are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. That includes sex with the wrong people. Sacral chakra. Be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. See, your body too. I just felt that some of y'all were getting like gross stuff on you from nasty people and like energy vampires and all that. By nasty, I meant attitudes, but it could really be anything. Mediumship. You have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. Be willing to forgive. And singing and dancing. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Some of us may be communicating with one another this way through song, music, syncs, signs. Be willing to forgive. I'm going to cut. Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity as it is a gift to us all. Speaking of emotional sensitivity, the last day for which this reading is December 1st, Mercury retrograde enters Scorpio. So that may involve some emotional sensitivity, and I talked about exactly what it's supposed to mean in the general reading or prior to the general reading, as I always do. Overall energy today is parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you to heal from any pain associated with your mother or father. I actually did see and feel some of this, maybe specifically between the masculine and his father in the general reading. Divine feminine. The masculine as it relates to her. Himself, you know, in connection to the union and the union as a whole. Overall, what the masculine would have the feminine do, contribute, surrender toward the union, what he himself is willing to. What the universe would have the two to do, but they will first have to affirm to do it in order to get that full support and the outcome. And there's a card that leapt out, landed face down in my lap. So I'll reveal to you, same time I'm revealing to myself what it is. It is manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. So here's an extra card for us all. Divine Feminine. Goddess. How appropriate is that? And look at the big full moon here. I'm doing this reading the day after the Gemini full moon, 0 degrees, Gemini 52. That was the location. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. It's magical intuition. Well, this day is also the day that Neptune, which it rules Pisces and has been retrograde there for some time, goes direct. I feel that it has increased for many of us, our psychic awareness, abilities, our intuition, and in going direct, they will return to normal, but we still have them. Tap in. Also, anytime there's the moon and goddess energy, that is an indication for me of a need to surrender and, let go and to allow. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. Cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. So this is something that both need to do. The masculine needs to do this, and the masculine would definitely hope that the feminine would do this so that they can move on together. They cannot move. You guys, you and yours, me and mine, we can't move forward until we have freed ourselves from the restrictions that hold us back from our past and from past lives as well. So from our past too. Also, this I'm getting a double meaning with this cord, with this cut your cords card, and it's connected to something that I saw in the general reading. There's a choice with the masculine. For some, it is specifically a choice between two potential mates. And so there's a need for him to cut his cord to a feminine energy, and to choose the other. You have to check out the general to see what I'm talking about. The masculine as it relates to himself. You're a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. So there was also an indication that the masculine needed to step into his power in the general. The union as a whole. Crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps you with your present situation. I got something about the crystal children too. But that's a future message, I guess. Well, we're having crystals now. My daughter's a crystal. Yeah, separate message about, I guess, the family that you will form together. For some of us. The rest, there are ways to heal any aspects of our union and to support any aspects of our union with crystals. I sleep with raw and polished black obsidian under my pillow. Overall, God box. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. I do put my stuff on a piece of paper too, like this suggests, but I don't save it in a box. I set it on fire. But I think either way is fine, or you might come up with your own thing to do with it. A way of releasing it, letting it go. What the masculine would have the feminine do toward the union, it is clear yourself. He already had cut cords, and now clear yourself too. Ask the angels to release any toxic energy that you may have absorbed, like from who knows who. Sounds like what he's saying. But I think it's probably connected to that other card where I was saying some of us have got like funky energy on us from nasty people. And I meant like, attitudes and emotions. It's the same thing, like negative vibes. You got to work on releasing those. because they like infect you. All right, what the masculine himself is willing to do toward the union this week, it is ear chakras. Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. So as I just suggested a few moments ago, where we saw that music and dancing card, that some of you would be experiencing clairaudience and more getting messages in song, masculine committing to tuning into that this week. What the universe would have the two do, but they will have to affirm to do it, to get full support. It is past life issues going to help you work that out. Some of us may wish to call specifically when we affirm this, that we're going to commit to this. We may want to call specifically on Archangel Jeremiah. Of course, you don't have to. But he is the archangel of past lives and would love to help you with this. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you to remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. And the outcome. If you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? So not just my union or myself, the entire world. What can I do for humanity? The law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs if you do that. And that all goes back to manifestation power, law of attraction, and using that positive energy and clearing ourselves of negative energy and cutting cords to negative energy and negative cords of attachment will all allow for manifestation and promote manifestation. A spread from the perspective of the universe, beginning with young female, which is very Jupiter and Sagittarius for me. And there are two major Jupiter transits this week that I go over in the general. It is Jupiter semi-square Pluto, I think, and biquintile Uranus, or maybe the other way around. One is November 28th. I think it's the square Pluto. November 28th, so 11:28, at 11:28 in the morning, 11:28, this happens. Jupiter square, I think, Pluto. And then on December 1st, the same day that Mercury enters Scorpio, where Jupiter had been, we're going to have Jupiter biquintile Uranus. Pretty sure, but you can check out the general to make sure. In any case, I feel that we're starting out with this very Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. And opening two, boom, twin flame right off the bat. Young female and children, a very Empress-like energy, 3 small children. For some of us, it could be, you know, a literal translation having to do with our kids, children. But I think for most, it's a new start. Also about expansion, like a family getting larger, multiple kids. Jupiter, Sagittarius, well, yes, Jupiter more, its ruler more so than Sagittarius itself. All about expansion, globalization. Everything gets, you know, larger, better, bigger with Jupiter. And opening two, Beauty Queen, which is a representation for me of a Venus type energy. Venus, the goddess and planet of beauty, popularity, confidence, everything that makes us awesome. Another party of 3 that seems positive, it is family. Family. And Wallflower. Free will. An opportunity to choose whether you're going to engage, participate in life, take an opportunity that's presented to you, or let it pass you by. Are you going to sit it out, or are you going to dance? Family. open relationship, which tends to be more about a relationship out in the open than what we typically think of in 3D. Overall energy is brunette female, which tends to be a karmic, as in, yes, the derogatory way you guys, it's popularly used in this community way. It may be an actual person, and further to that, may be an actual female. Even more specifically, if it is an actual person and female, maybe a Cancer or a Leo Cancer cuspian. Or maybe just a Leo. Divine being or couple. Some of us are single, haven't met yet. Partner. Recent past. Masculine's higher self. Near future. Blocks the union. The feminine can do what the masculine can do. The universe would have the two do, but again, like the last spread, they will have to affirm to it first themselves. They have to choose, or they're going to sit it out, or they're going to dance. And when they choose to dance, then they can pledge that to the universe. They'll get their 100% support. And this is the outcome. Divine couple or being, it is past life. So just like we left off in the last spread, and I said we may want to talk to Archangel Jeremiah, call upon him, ask him for help in remembering details of the past life that you need to know in order to get past whatever block you're experiencing or difficulty you're experiencing, limitation, restriction in your life. And it looks like that is coming up yet again. Some of this stuff from our past in general, we're just going to be moved to revisit anyway because of Mercury retrograde. The recent past, money. And this card, it can be literal for some and having to do with work and as it relates to our relationships, value and deservingness and worthiness. But also it tends to be connected to the energy of like earth signs and maybe more specifically Capricorn and Saturn and like a restrictive type of energy for me. Like a devil kind of card. Near future. Boom. And we saw this last week, right? We ended on twin flame twice over with the in the love reading for the feminine's advice. Masculine higher self. Control. I saw this in the general reading. I mentioned it as I was shuffling. Check that out. But there is a need and an opportunity for the masculine to sort of be reminded of who he is and what his power is and to take back his control. To cut these cords. Which is what he sounded like he wanted to do in that first spread, right? And he have that card. Cut your cords. Obstacles, blocks in addition to that. And it is travel, which can be connected to, again, retrograde, which is forcing him maybe to go back or forcing us to go back and to deal with past life issues that are getting in the way of our other situations and our progress moving forward. They're getting in the way, but they're also things that have to be taken care of. So they're getting in the way with purpose to be cleared so that we can move forward. It's like playing a video game and you have to pass the level. You got to beat that boss right before you can go on to the next thing. What the feminine can do. Ooh, stay focused on the goal. Keep your eye on the prize. It's sitting here right next to twin flame. How awesome is that union? So some of us may be moved to actually go into commitment and provided, offered an opportunity, asked to enter commitment, because that also came up in the general. For some, it was clear that it was for some, and for others, you got to be a little bit more patient. You'll see that there. What the masculine can do, boom. Aw, look at this bottom row. How awesome is that? So he needs to choose. In the case where he needs to choose, you know, his true love. And that was true in the general of relationships, work, you know, all kinds of situations that he may be going through. He needed to choose the one you know, where his heart is. The universe would have the to-do, but they will have to affirm to is dealing with these past love and life issues. Universe wants to help you. And this is the same sort of thing that showed up in the last spread, right? The universe wanted to help us with past life issues. It still wants to. Again, we're going to have to affirm to. And you may want to call on not just Archangel Jeremiah now. Perhaps if now that love is involved, you may want to call on Chamuel, who is the Archangel of unconditional love. You may want to call on Daniel. You might need him. Maybe you're in an actual marriage or something, you got to get out of it. He's the Archangel of love in general, like as opposed to unconditional love, which is Chamuel. Daniel is love, but also marriage and divorce. You may want to call on him. Metatron, Archangel of light workers in general. He can help you with any of this stuff. Raphael, healing of any issue or physical attribute, you know, inside, out, whatever. So heart. And he is like the patron of the heart chakra too, Raphael. So you can call on him also to do a past love or all of the above. Michael, he'll help you get your life in order. He's organization, right? And leadership, control. And outcome, open relationship. Like I said, living and loving out in the open. And a relationship out in the open. And basically, this is a card for me of being able to live out loud, as they say. And, you know, however you choose and with whomever you choose, however it looks like, who cares, out in the open. Like those sayings. What was that saying? Like, we're here, we're gay. I don't remember. But there was a saying when I was a kid, I think. Or like, I'm black and I'm proud. You know, it's just, you know, just deal with it. This is what it is. And I don't care what you think about it, basically. What was that saying? It was something like, we're here and we're gay and something. I guess we're going to stay. I don't remember. Anyway, from the Angel Tarot, I'm beginning with the Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, and the positive resolution of a conflict. This card also showed up in the other reading. And opening 2, Major Arcana card 21 equals 3, maybe having something to do with a party of 3. The World with Archangel Michael. It does represent a fire element for me. I haven't attributed it to any one of the fire signs, but I feel fire when I pick the card up. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude in the path toward enlightenment. As it relates specifically to love, the world is about like your relationship reaching new heights, you know, and experiencing new growth. And so maybe that's why I feel fire. Maybe it's connected to Jupiter and it's about expansion, right? It's growing to new heights and getting bigger and larger than life. But also in general, in all areas, this card for me is about the universe and, you know, a karmic energy stepping in, like, so the universe stepping in to ease you out of a situation that you've been in too long that doesn't fit you, and so that you can be eased into one that does. So this could be, again, coming out of a relationship, coming out of a party of 3 and going into a party of 2. Two of Water. And the 8 of Air, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, being afraid to take action. Again, maybe as it relates to having to choose one of 2 people. Or to make some other move as it relates to your partnership. You're afraid, you feel stuck. 2 of Water. But here's the leadership and coming in the courage. The King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Take advice from someone creative if you get the opportunity. The King of Fire is a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, and is also a representation of the divine masculine in the tarot in general. I'll do one more. It is the 6 of Earth. Gifts of money, time, or effort. new career opportunities, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. The Six of Earth, particularly in this deck, represents the planet Venus for me, and all three of the signs that she rules. And they're very evident here. Here is Libra, right? Standout. The scales of balance, the scales of justice, however you look at it. Here's the Earth of Taurus. And if you look back here, there's a bunch of like white smoke. It's going every which way, this way, that way. It looks very confused. That's Gemini. And there's this card is all about unconditional love for me. So specific to a love reading, it is being able to give and, to one another and to receive from one another without agenda, question, nervousness, distrust, just to be able to wholly surrender to giving and receiving and feeling, good about it and nothing else. No cords and nothing in between. King of Fire. It's an uninhibited type of feeling. That's the word I was trying to think of. And coming to the Knight of Earth. Loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You have a guardian angel. The Knight of Earth is loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. He is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Once he has a plan in place, always reaches his goal. Speaking of Libra, the overall energy is Major Arcana card Justice with Archangel Raguel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. In connection to what I said in the general that I saw, and my reason for even using these, that there may be a choice between two partners. When justice shows up and you're in a long-term relationship and you're questioning whether it's going to continue and you're going to be together, when justice shows up, the likelihood is no, you are not. Contrarily, though, if you're single or not in a committed relationship, so some people consider that single, even if there is a love interest, this could be a time when commitment is coming your way, which we also saw in that same reading. Crowning the masculine. The Four of Water, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. This is like a nothing good ever happens to me card, so there's no need for me to pay attention to what might be happening, because if it's good, it's not for me. Wrong. There's a need for the masculine to turn around and pay attention to this card. This also showed up. I'm glad I used the same cards because this also showed up in the general reading. And yeah, he'd be wrong. There is a need to pay attention. So masculine guided to let go of like the pessimism, doubtful thoughts about himself. He's surrounded by, this card was in this exact spot in the general reading. Major Arcana card 15, Ego, or the Devil, which represents the sign of Capricorn. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Masculine subconscious. The Ace of Earth. The Ace of Earth was here in the general. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. So he could be thinking of something, a brand new relationship that he has the potential for, but also thinking like, but I'm never going to get it. It's not going to come my way because I'm stuck in this other thing. Crowning the feminine. Major Arcana card 16, Life Experience, or the Tower, which was here, clarifying the Ace of Earth. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. It's time to spread your wings. The Tower could have something to do with your living condition, feminine, or it could have to do with love coming in or exiting really, really fast. You know, something that happens that affects your love life or your life to the extent that, you know, everything is impacted, including your love life. Something comes in very, very quickly when the Tower shows up. The feminine, surrounded by the Seven of Fire, which was in this exact same placement in the general reading. Defend your beliefs and decisions. Stand your ground, but choose your battles wisely. The Tower represents for me the sign of Scorpio. At the roots of feminine subconscious. Major Arcana card, the Wheel with Archangel Michael, a time of positive change. The situation suddenly moves forward. So when I said something's going to come in very quickly with the Tower, this could be it. Jupiter coming in very, very quickly. Jupiter connected to the Wheel, or the Wheel represents the planet Jupiter for me. Ruler of the sign of Sagittarius, so it also represents that, but also connected to the fixed signs. That would be Aquarius, Leo, Taurus. I'm missing one. Scorpio. This one. Yeah, situation suddenly moves forward and fortune is on your side. So it doesn't just move forward, it moves forward in a good way for you. So this is a good Tower. Crowning the Nine of Water, which is the card with which I'm going to start in the other deck. Your wish comes true. Concerns fade away and you have a love of life. So what you've been praying for shows up all of a sudden too. That could scare the crap out of you too. At the root, it is the Page of Fire. It's the Sagittarius energy. It's the more Jupiter. Outgoing, creative, confident, mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and your ingenuity. Exciting new endeavor could be moving in together. That could be why the Tower is here. The Tower can often represent like an actual structure, like a home or something, an actual tower. At the heart of the matter, it is the Eight of Fire, which was here. In the general. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over and many things are happening at once. Eight of Fire can also be about communication from one to the other. And the masculine just feeling fearful, low confidence, low self-esteem here again, like, oh, woe is me, nothing good ever happens to me. And he's going to need to let go of that. We're going to further clarify these without pause though. With my animal tarot, beginning with the Nine of Summer. I don't know why I keep turning them around. Opening to the Prince of Winter, the Knight of Swords, who is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone likened to those traits or attributes. Usually somebody has to make a decision or is awaiting a decision. And open to the Four of Autumn. Be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you're spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building up walls that keep people out. Nine of Summer. And the Nine of Autumn. Your success has brought you financial security and the reward of a much-deserved time off to enjoy your own company. You may suddenly have a brilliant idea for a business or a self-employment opportunity that will be very successful. As it relates to couples, the Nine of, relationships, the Nine of Autumn is a good card. It has to do with longevity and whether or not the relationship will thrive. It will be wealthy, it will be valuable, it will be expensive. It connects to singles too, though. I think that's like self-evident as to why it would have to do with singles also, about one person. And the person is single, they're better off single. They're doing well single. Nine of Summer and one more. It is the Four of Spring, which was here with the Seven of Fire for the feminine. in the general. It's time to kick back and to relax and to celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very happy home life or relationship. This card can be about commitment, even marriage. Nine of Summer. And it is Major Arcana card number 18, the Moon. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. The Moon represents the sign of Pisces, the planet Neptune, which rules it, which again goes direct, or went direct yesterday. And of course, we also just are coming off of and are still surrounded by the energy of the full moon in Gemini. Womp womp seems to be a pessimistic energy surrounding us all. It is the 5 of Summer, which is not much better than the 4. Focus upon the fact that God loves you and always has the highest of intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward. Atop the 4 of Water, it is the Queen of Spring, talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. Queen of Spring is a Leo, and I paused because when I felt that karmic energy, I made a point of saying it might just be a plain old Leo. This could be her. Queen of Spring is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, and could just be a representation of the divine feminine in the tarot as well. But here she's connected with this energy of pessimism, doubt, and focusing on 3 cups instead of the one special one. Atop the Devil, it's the 3 of Spring. Here goes this party of 3 situation. Love triangle. Stop to take time to review and to make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past success. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all of your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. So yeah, some of the masculine feeling trapped in a love triangle, quite possibly involving, or likely involving, a fire sign, and maybe more specifically a Leo. Masculine subconscious atop the Ace of Earth in that new blessed beginning is, the 2 of Summer. What a placement for the new blessed beginning. He wants the 2, not the 3 anymore. I told you, you're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. There may also specifically be an earth sign involved, and maybe more specifically a Capricorn. Crowning the feminine atop Major Arcana card 16, the Tower, is the Lovers. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. It comes in so fast, it knocks you off your feet. You know, like sometimes love knocks you down. That song that Kanye and, what's the young lady's name? I forget right now. Yeah, but they have a nice song about being knocked down by love. That's what happens when the tower comes in, or love comes in at tower speed. Finds its way into your love. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. So they want you to go with the heart. The Lovers represents the sign of Gemini, by the way, or perhaps another air sign. Here we have, sitting here together, Gemini and Scorpio, just like the king and queen, Osiris and Isis. Atop the 7 of fire, and you need to stick to your decisions, stick to your guns. Don't let anybody push you around or take away your power or happiness. The Ace of Autumn. So that new start, and possibly a 2 of Cups that somebody may be wanting to take from you. You can expect a windfall of abundance, such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment is also possible when the Ace of Autumn is here. But this is the love reading, so I think it's the first ones that we went over. The serendipitous meeting, the new relationship. Especially since we have the Ace of Autumn over here also sitting underneath the 2 of Summer in the masculine subconscious. That's what he's on what he's focused. A new opportunity or new relationship, fresh start. Feminine subconscious atop the Wheel of Fortune and good things that are coming our way. Is the Princess of Summer. Sensitive, kind, open-hearted, and inexperienced. A Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, perhaps, if they're a direct water sign. They don't have to be. Could be any sign. You can expect to kindle a new relationship, a romantic one, or a close platonic friendship. So you may meet somebody that turns into a larger relationship later. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone. Remember, we saw email in the dice twice today. Or you might get invited to a social event. That's the abundance that's coming your way. It's an abundance of love and emotion in a positive sense. And it stays. The energy stays with us. It's not just in our head. It's realized this week for the feminine. Atop the 9 of Water, which is our dreams coming true, our prayers being answered. Ooh, the 5 of Winter. Your current path isn't leading you toward the happiest possible outcome, so why not change it? Always maintain integrity and compassion, but be alert to the hidden agendas of others. I think this is having to do with Mercury moving into Scorpio this week. Watch your words that you're not to be fake. I hate when I have to say watch your words because I don't want anybody basically lying. But you want to be mindful that you don't come off too superficial in your conversations with other people. With the 5 of Winter, because the 5 of Winter can be about conflict. It can be one of these things of I'm going after what I want and nothing's going to stop me too. Similar to the 5 of Wands. But more often it's about conflict and conflict in which we had a hand, even if it was like a subconscious thing or inadvertent, we didn't mean to. It's like we said something, we did something, we made a presumption, and it led to like other things spiraled out as a result. So we want to be, have exercised some caution that we could bring drama upon ourselves for no reason. Also, there may be drama in connection to your dreams coming true because of the choice that maybe the feminine has a choice too. That's possible also. We have some cords to cut also. Some of us have got a third party lingering also, but it could be in connection with the masculine's choice too. Yes, there's an opportunity for our dreams to come true and for us to end up with the mate that we actually want, but some drama comes into play first when we have to get rid of the third party. At the root, atop the Page of Fire, the 2 of Winter. So it's that indication of a decision that needs to be made. And look where it's crossing. The Devil with the 3 of Spring. Or the 7 of Fire, which is about a decision and the need to stick to it once you make it. And the Ace of Autumn. So it's like a decision of whether or not you're going to accept this opportunity. Procrastination and worrying about what others will think is blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. So if you're worried about somebody thinking, ooh, you left that one for that one, how's that going to look? Or you chose him, you said yes to him, ooh, why? Then that's what's keeping you from making a decision. that's not doing what you want to do. So the guidance is to do what you want to do, and not to be conflicted over accepting the answer to your prayers. This is something you've been asking the universe for, praying to God for, however you want to look at it, trying to manifest, right? And it finally shows up, and then you don't want to take it because of what somebody else may say or think. That's what we're talking about here. At the heart of the matter, the 8 of fire, top the 8 of fire, is the 10 of autumn. So things going on behind the scenes to make, again, your dreams come true and to give you this perfect feeling and sense of security and happiness. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. The 10 of autumn is about being surrounded by, for me, happiness, family, love, even if it's just one other person. It's just about being content and feeling secure. That was my vitamins. And I didn't use this deck, but I will take advice from it, beginning with fear. So there's definitely a need to let go of this. And it could be very well associated again with fire energy, with all this red surrounding it. And also the yellow looks like a big sun in the middle. Maybe Leo, which is ruled by the sun. And opening to transience, which is about a need for healing inside and out, head to toe, and surrender as well. Fear. And listening, following the guidance. This could be connected to the music, the songs and things too, the syncs and signs that were being shown. But if you call on the universe for guidance and it provides it to you, follow it, especially in connection with the star. The star represents the planet Uranus and the sign of Aquarius. But in the tarot, it is also very similar to the 9 of water in that it's about our prayers being answered, our wishes being granted, our dreams coming true. So if the universe tells you that, yes, here's an answer to your prayers, we're to take the guidance and to take the blessing and appreciate it, and not, again, become conflicted as to, well, do I still want this now? Or am I too afraid to accept my blessing? Fear and miracles. Again, that's what's coming in, but we could block them with our fear. Miracles. I'll do one more, and it is blessings. Miracles and blessings, yes. Again, it's the same thing as the 9 of water or the star. Blessings. I'm going to cut. Coming to embrace, which is more Sagittarius energy. It looks like a couple in a very loving hug. It is actually one person's inner masculine and feminine coming together in a harmonious way. It's a very temperance-like energy. Temperance does represent the sign of Sagittarius in the tarot. And it is all about recovery, restoration, rejuvenation, healing, being made whole, balance, all of that. Masculine, your advice from this deck, the Universal Love Oracle, is the miracles. They're back. Believe in them. Have faith. Like, believe that you deserve them too. You know your worth. Recognize your deservingness. Feminine, from the Universal Love Oracle to us. Retreat. There's a need to pray. meditate, set some intentions, however you want to look at it. You know, it doesn't require you to be religious or anything. You can be an atheist and manifest some stuff too. Again, the star is connected to the planet Uranus in the sign of Aquarius, and prayers and dreams and wishes coming true. But there may be a need to first spend some time with Mother Nature. This can be connected to air signs and earth signs specifically, both of which tied to Venus, who this could be, right? Mother Nature, ruler of Libra, Gemini, Taurus, or even Mercury, ruler of Gemini and Virgo. So more air and earth. You need to spend some time alone. Yeah, it is about retreat. And you just like, you know, breaking away, cutting away from the world for a bit to spend some time with Mother Nature and to work on manifesting your blessings, clearing your energy. From the angel therapy cards to the masculine, workshops and seminars. Attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning, and that's going to help you with the flow. I have a male friend, platonic friend, who's having a webinar on like how to lose, I think it's how to lose 21 pounds in 21 days or something like that. I forget what it is, but it is a weight loss and just a weight management and I think plant-based eating webinar, free webinar that he's doing. So something like that. Some of you may wish to attend or even give yourself. On a smaller scale, this can just be about helping somebody to come into some sort of enlightenment, or being helped to come into some sort of enlightenment. A friend even, like helping to open your eyes about something. The angel therapy cards to us, feminine, heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love, just as I said with the Six of Earth. From the hashtag creepy deck to the masculine wallflower, you're being presented with a free will choice, masculine. 3 or 2? 3 or 2. There was a song, it was a rap song, I think like in the mid 90s, Him or Me. And he used to say, do you want him or me? Him or me? You can't have both. and then he went into his rap and his singing and stuff. Feminine, gossip. That's what this is, too. It's attached to the Five of Winter. And it's another way that the Five of Winter can play out in our lives. It can be people watching us, getting our blessings, receiving our blessings, receiving the answers to our prayers. And, of course, they got something to say about it, you know. Envy, jealousy, tea, right? Hashtag tea. From the angels to the masculine. Major Arcana card 18, the moon, again, which represents the sign of Pisces, and the planet Neptune, or perhaps another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio. The actual moon, Earth's moon, rules the sign of Cancer. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. From the angels to the feminine. It's the lovers again. I told you the lovers showed up twice in the general, and that's why I wanted to use these 2 decks of cards. And here they are again, twice in the love reading. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. The lovers, again, represents the sign of Gemini. And from the animals to the masculine, the 10 of spring. You're working far too hard trying to juggle 2 relationships and all that kind of stuff. And the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and to enjoy life. They just want you to make things easier for yourself. Lay down your burden. And lastly, for the feminine, it is Major Arcana card 1, the Magician. There is magic in the air. You can manifest everything you need to be successful. The Magician also represents the sign of Gemini. Sometimes I also attribute it to the other mutable signs, Virgo, Pisces, and Sagittarius. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the love reading. If you did like the video, please actually like the video. And if you are not yet a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. And if you decide to go ahead and do so, hit on the subscribe button and the bell button so that you receive notifications of when I put up a video. If you are already a subscriber and you've noticed that you have not been receiving notifications, because that happens all too often with my subscribers, then please do check your subscription and your settings, and you might have to hit the bell button again yourself. Thank you, viewers, subscribers, sponsors, both here and on Patreon. I'll be back with more client readings. Namaste.
My feet won't touch the ground.